It's Meteor time. We have the secondary rider now in Kamen Rider Fourze. It is Kamen Rider Meteor, and this is his driver. This is his belt. And now he does. I did take the actual belt pieces off because they just squeeze these to clip them on, just to show off the thing. This is just a standard DX belt strip. Otherwise, I couldn't really fit it in the frame without getting it too close to show it off. But yeah, this is his gear, and we'll go ahead and turn it on with the switch on the bottom. And you see it lights up. It's supposed to be kind of like a little observatory type, constellation star chart. If you spin it by itself, it'll make a little click, 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 click noise. To activate it, you want to take the meteor switch. And here's the meteor switch by itself, which is sparkly, has no number. But I like to turn it on, you slide this forward. And I love how when you do it, it's like there's the meteor, and when you slide it forward, it kind of gives the track. There, it makes it look more like the symbol there. I just think that's kind of cool. But so anyway, you plug this in here.
Meteor on, ready? Meteor limit break.
Okay, that was the meteor limit break. We kind of had intended on waiting a second. You see the lights all light up on here, which is kind of cool. Anyway, lit off. You plug the switch in, and then to actually transform, you pull this over to the side. There's some little disco type music there, and then you push this knob down. And you get some 70s disco cop buddy music with the various flashing lights. And it's fun to watch this in the dark. It kind of has a disco ball effect in the room, which is kind of neat. And you saw the limit break. You meteor on limit, and then you just give it a good spin. And it glows blue and then cycles through the colors as it does its limit break. Now, he does work with other switches. Like here's the winch switch from just a regular meteor switch. Oh, I guess you have to have a hand switch, and I didn't bring another hand switch. Okay, well, it'll work with a regular switch as well, and it'll just say switch on. It doesn't get specific. It will, however, specifically acknowledge the elect switch. You see it kind of turn yellow there. When you turn it on, it does the same thing as the meteor limit break, except it makes an electric noise and glows yellow. And then you... And it cycles through yellow, green, and blue colors to do the elect limit break. It also works with fire. I'm assuming it will also work with magnet, and well, maybe not with magnet if you need two of them, but maybe Apollo states. We'll see. But see, fire, it'll turn red.
Fire on, ready?
And it makes some fire noises.
Fire limit break.
And there it cycles through red, blue, and purple. So it is doing what I thought it was, in that it is spinning through the color of the switch, yellow for red for fire, but also switching to the blue of meteor and then showing the combined of those two colors. Red and blue is purple, and with the elect it was red, it was yellow, blue, and green. So that's kind of cool. I hadn't noticed that at first. And that's the belt itself. Like I said, it'll just do some clicking noises like that. I love the spin. So does Niblet. She freaking loves spinning this thing. The other piece of gear that he has is the Meteor Galaxy, which it fits on your wrist. It's got a little fingerprint identification. It doesn't really read your fingerprint. It's just a really sensitive button. But it gives him different punches. You can turn on Mars, or let's turn it on first.
System all green.
System all green.
Mars ready.
So it does Mars, plays a little music. Yeah.
Okay, Mars.
And each of them gives them a different type of punch. Like if you do Mars, it looks like it's kind of a fireball punch. We've only seen Jupiter so far on the show. I have not seen this week's show, but he only used Jupiter last week, which is this one. So Mars should give him a fire attack. Jupiter gives him like a giant, like heavy punch. His hand, it's all glowy like Jupiter. And then there's Saturn.
Saturn, ready. Okay, Saturn.
And that one apparently shoots rings. Now, if you push 2 of them up at the same time,
Error.
it says error. You don't want to push all 3 up because you can get all 3 stuck. There's a little bar that, as you push them up, springs across and unlocks them if one's already up. But if you push all 3 of them up, it gets stuck behind there and you have to unscrew the whole thing to fix it, as Niblet found out the other day. So yeah, but so he's got Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. They give him different various punch attacks. It does have a slot here for a switch, and any switch will do. It doesn't specify. There's just a button down here that registers when the switch is in, but you put in the Meteor switch. Limit break! Limit break! Limit break! Okay, anyway.
Okay.
And it also doesn't limit break, and it'll play that little music. You can do your own little disco between the 2 things. Just a limit break, and we got to figure out what the dance move is for limit break. But yeah, there's the Meteor gear from Kamen Rider Fourze. It's pretty cool. I really like. I don't know which I like better. I love that this thing spins. That's really freaking cool. But I like this. I think this is a lot of fun, just because this one I wear it on your wrist and you run around. And it makes a little limit break, dun 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 dun. You get a little, so it's fun. But anyway, there is the Meteor gear from Kamen Rider Fourze.